Hi, friend. Maria Tosa here. I'm so glad you want to take this little mini workshop on how to shift things in your life. And what we run into when we want to shift something is all the parts of ourselves that don't believe we can. So we find so many videos about how easy it is to manifest something and the simple tricks and the scripting and the affirmations and all of that. But what is rarely addressed is the resistance inside, the beliefs that are very deeply embedded in the energy field of the body and that flare up or contract or sort of get triggered when we try to do something that's outside of our comfort zone. So anytime we decide I'm going to go bigger in a certain part of my life, whatever doesn't believe that you could do that, or maybe has had some experiences that was dangerous or that caused resistance in other people, that part of you is going to kind of fly to your defense so you don't have that experience one more time. So if we don't address those underlying beliefs that lie in the energy field of the body in a very real way, that show up as anxiety, as fear, sometimes as extreme fatigue, like you want to get that thing done that you want to change in your life, and all of a sudden you're so tired, you need to go take a nap. So if we can start to work with what lies within instead of trying to ignore it and kind of power through it, then we can see some real change. All of a sudden, something that you might have been drawn to, something that might have felt impossible because you got a knot in your stomach every time you even thought about doing it. All of a sudden, there's a freedom there because we very much react to what is inside of the body at all times. If we walk into a room and there's something in the room, someone in the room that causes to contract, all of a sudden we're not flowing our own spirit self. So you can think of the vessel of the body, the whole energy field of the body, as this extremely intelligent energy field that is always responding to what you believe. So you might ask yourself at any given moment, rather than just list all the things you want to manifest and start to believe and vision board and affirm about that, which has its place for sure. There's so much out there about that. I don't even think I have to go into that for you to know that. But what might be more effective is that when you think about, write about, affirm, even talk about those things that you really want, ask yourself, why don't I already? What are the beliefs inside of me that would lead me to where I am in my life right now? And at any given time in your life, there's very likely many, many things to be grateful for. So we want to be aware of those as we also address, there's a feeling of lack in this area of my life. There's a feeling of a flow that flows a bit and then it stops and it contracts. And what is that area of your life where you really want to make a shift and it just feels like there is a curse on you? And the thing is, there isn't a curse on you. There's a belief in you. And it's that belief that we want to find. And you know what? It's not that difficult to find because it shows up in the energy field of the body in a very real way. So just now, think about for a moment what it is that you're not happy with in your life, something that just isn't working out. And then tune into your body very deeply. Feel the throat, the heart, the stomach, solar plexus, the abdomen. And then also feel your arms and your legs in space, and your head, neck, and shoulders. So you're really grounded in your body. And then think about that thing that bothers you. You wish it could be different. And no matter how you try to maneuver or control or direct maybe someone else, something out there differently, it seems like it's like rolling a huge rock up a mountain and then it just falls right down on your feet. So think about that part of your life. And chances are, even thinking about it, bringing your awareness to it, maybe even speaking it out loud, I'm really sad that this area of my life doesn't feel like it's flowing and feels difficult to get into a sense of a flow that I feel like I can trust. And then you will very likely feel a contraction somewhere in the body. And as you sit with that and stop thinking about the outer circumstances that aren't how you want them, but rather what is going on in the energy field of the body, and you just stay with that sensation. And the meditation that I'll offer below will go deeper into that, because the degree of presence you have inside of yourself will really determine the degree to which you can go in and bring awareness to that point in yourself. But as you bring awareness to that point inside yourself, what you'll very likely discover is that there is this place in the body that feels like a little fist. And it's like a little knot in your energy field. And it's that very knot that actually prevents prana, life force, spirit force from flowing through you in that area. Like something has gotten scared here. And that could be a belief that you have taken on from your parents, from your grandparents, your generational kind of belief around a certain area of life. It could also be that you had a bad experience and now there's a contraction, a protection inside that's sort of guarding, contracting around an area of tenderness. And you might have to sit with that and hold that and be with that for it to start softening, loosening, and slowly kind of untangle it and let go. And as you do that, life force can start to flow through there. And then if once you have gotten your energy field, your body into that state, it's much more likely that you're willing now as a sponge to absorb a new possibility. That the vision you might create for yourself from that place, or the affirmations you might work with, the prayers you might work with, the vision board you might work with, isn't running into that constant resistance where it's like, yeah, I'm really trying to send some new energy through this area of my life, and it just seems to, like water is running into a dammed up part of a river or something, and it's just like drip, drip, a little bit is coming through, but it's not flowing through in a real consistent way. So that's what this meditation will be about. And speaking about it the way I just did is creating some understanding, opening up to the possibility of maybe there is something to that, because I certainly have experienced this resistance pretty consistently in this one area of my life. And I'm willing to try a meditation that would help me to solve these stagnation knots within me and allow something else to be embedded in me. A new blueprint, if you will, or maybe the more true blueprint for who you are now has a better possibility of expressing through the energy field of your body, because it's not clogged up by these knots. So give this one a try. The meditation below, I encourage you to do it every night right before you go to sleep. And if nothing else, is going to help you sleep much better. But try it and see, and pick a specific area of your life and start working with that in this almost like self-hypnotic way, where you bypass this knot within as you also start to dissolve it and allow energy to flow more freely. And physically, you'll probably feel like you have more energy as well. Good luck with that. I'm so excited for you. Let me know how it goes.